Greetings everyone. My name is Alaenura and it's beautiful to be here on this sunshiny day here in London town. I'm in Hampstead and this is the 16th of April, the day after the lunar eclipse and full moon. And as we now approach Easter weekend, a time of renewal, the depths of springtime, the promise of new, the letting go of the old ways of being, the old ways of doing, how so many things are coming up for many people to be cleared. Old wounds, old and mistaken identities that we took on at times of difficulty. They're coming up now so they can be cleared. And I encourage you all to visualize, find a color that connects with this particular place in you that is being cleared. Visualize that color. Call upon spirit to come and visualize an antidote. It could be an element, it could be anything you want, a magic wand, anything. And then allow spirit or whoever you want to call forward to help you clear this from your being once and for all. The month of April is very much, it's a wonderful opportunity to step forward and to clear these things that have been holding us hostage for such a long period of time, and even aspects that we may have dealt with that perhaps there are still areas that we've left unattended, so we can truly be free, so we can truly be who we are supposed to be: vital, strong, resilient, happy, joyful, and connected to source and connected to ourselves. This is the time, beloved friends, brothers and sisters. This is the time now. We have this wonderful window of opportunity that, from what I understand, will continue for a few months. But as so many seeds were planted in the 60s, and so many seeds, the period that we're in now is really calling on the time between 1994 and 1996. Wherever you were at that point, and whatever was happening in your life, this is what's coming up now to be resurfacing so they can be dealt with and cleared. So allow the process to happen. On a personal level, I've been moving through this period with silent delight and a real stillness in my heart, a real opening. And though I may wake up in the morning and be aware of all the channels going on, it feels like all the TVs and radios in the neighborhood go off in my head and try and take my attention away from being where I am now. But I'm exploring this and I'm experimenting with this, because I'm finding that as this happens in the morning, that I'm not identifying, and if I do tune in for more than a few minutes, I find that my body starts reacting and I start having anxiety. And I just like to say that this is basically how we end up anchoring into negativity or a sense of unworthiness or unwell-being, if that's the word. And because the mind taps into this mindless chatter at times, and though there may be some thoughts that may be relevant, but unless we give enough space between the thoughts, the mind, and who we actually are, then it's very difficult to decipher and really know what's going on. So the mind can end up just being a mindless chattering. There is a new day on its way. Promising a new way of being, a new way of living, where we're aware of the illusion and we're aware of all dualistic aspects of life and ourselves, where we're in a place where we can be in a sovereign state of inner standing, knowing truly who we are and knowing truly who we are not. So from moment by moment we can choose what best serves our highest good. And this is the time that we're living in now. There has been much talk about this for a few years now, but now as we continue along this journey and we are creating new lives for ourselves, new ways of being for ourselves, this is how we end up co-creating the new for all of us together. As we embody this wisdom of being and as we embody this new way of living. As residents within these physical bodies and as citizens of this earth, we have to realize that they are one of the same. There are many of us who have had a sense of descending into this planet and descending into these bodies, these dense physical bodies. And I know for a fact, I don't believe I've ever really completely settled into this body. The maximum is probably about 75 to 80%. And that's okay. It's important for us to have these conversations about these areas of life that generally we hold and keep within ourselves, to begin to normalize these aspects of life and how we feel and how it feels to be human and to be in this body. Because this is our vehicle, and within these vehicles we have an array of technology and we have an array of wisdom that comes simply by being in this body and inhabiting this human soul template. So all what's happening astrologically and all what's happening energetically is simply an invitation for us to accept life as it is in its fullness. There really is nothing to concern ourselves about any possible scenario that may or may not happen. Our only attention needs to be here, right now, as we experience what it's like to be in this body and all the various dynamics that happen within us that in the past may have caused us, without understanding or without understanding the process of the mind, of the heart, of our feelings, of our emotions, and the nature of universal flux and what we have interpreted as duality, and the fact that all we've really been interfacing with is polarity, opposites, and all the array of qualities that happen between the poles. And that is really our only endeavor. That's all really we need to understand this dance that we exist within and that exists within us. And within this dance, there's a beautiful stillness. There is that synergy of the poles that create the most unique melody of synergistic music, the kind of music that will make your heart sing. I personally think that the best music is melancholy music because it has sweetness and it has sorrowfulness, bittersweetness, sunshine in the rain. These are chemical places that make us realize who we really are, and it's through entering the gateway and experiencing these feelings as they sit together in harmony, that is where we get and harvest the wisdom and the true understanding of what is, and the flow of life, and the seasons within life, and the various shifts that happen moment by moment, day by day, or throughout a lifetime. So I'm going to leave you with this. Be still, feel who you are, expand into everything. No more to that small I am. Expand into the fullness of your being, the greatest aspiration of yourself, your true magnificence, your expanded version of self, your future self awaits the glory of creation. And this is what we're here to be and what we're here to do now. As we say goodbye to the old and we let go of all these identities, all these roles that hold us and lock us and hook us into forms of bondage. And all the soul wants is to be free. And all the soul requires is to be seen exactly how it is, for exactly who inhabits the soul. And that is consciousness. And that is divine consciousness. That aspect that is witnessing everything at every time and every moment. That being that is observing behind these eyes and behind your eyes. I love you, and I send you apple blossom and lavender fields of indigo hue, healing indigo light, and pink hues of love and warmth, and knowing that everything is in its right place and in its rightful order, and everything makes perfect sense. I love you. My name is Alaenura. Beloved children of the earth and the sun, be free, be free. This is freedom time. Until the next time, namaste.